Hey guys, welcome to The Sports Entertainer. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you never miss out on any of our videos. Our first wrestling news story of the day is Carlito returning to WWE. Now, a major wrestling news story for the day is regarding former United States Champion Carlito's status in WWE, because by all means Carlito definitely received a truly thunderous crowd reaction when he returned to the company briefly for the Backlash 2023 Premium Live event in Puerto Rico, with Carlito helping out the LWO and Bad Bunny, even the scores against the Judgment Day and Damian Priest. That was definitely one of the loudest pops in recent WWE history, and many fans were hoping that Carlito would be sticking around in WWE after Backlash, and that the company basically would have worked out some kind of a contract for Carlito to be on television a lot more moving forward. Just the clip alone of Carlito's return to WWE at Backlash has racked up well over 3 million views, which shows that a lot of fans still care about Carlito and feel he deserves another run in WWE, and we have some great news to share on the matter. Now, according to one of our sources, there is apparently a very good chance that Carlito has officially re-signed with WWE, because of the fact that Carlito had to cancel an indie wrestling appearance that was planned for July, with one source, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, reporting this on the matter. Quote, "The only thing I know is that he had an independent show on July 15th for Devin Nicholson in Canada, and he called up to cancel and said that he is signed with WWE. So perhaps he is signed with WWE. Wouldn't surprise me because simply he got that big pop in Puerto Rico." Without question, Carlito proved to fans that he still got it at Backlash and is in absolutely tremendous shape. So it is really a no-brainer for WWE to bring a guy like Carlito back, who is clearly over big time with fans. Because yeah, while you could argue that Carlito got that huge pop from the crowd in Puerto Rico because he was the hometown guy, the amount of buzz and attention Carlito's return got around the world indicates that he is still very popular among fans. Let us know your thoughts on these big new rumors that Carlito could be on his way back to WWE and returning on a full-time basis moving forward. And if these reports are true, what do you think WWE should do with Carlito when he does return? A lot of fans on social media feel like a Carlito and Austin Theory feud for the United States Championship could be a great way to reintroduce fans to Carlito on the main roster on Friday Night SmackDown. Regardless, many fans are clearly hyped about Carlito's impending return, and this would be a pretty awesome signing for WWE in all honesty. Rikishi and the Usos send message to Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa has shown over the past couple of weeks that he is the true loyal member of the Bloodline faction in WWE, and will do anything that the tribal chief says, at least up to this point. Solo Sikoa has shown his brothers, the Usos, that he disapproves of the way they have acted recently, especially when it comes to Jimmy Uso's shocking betrayal of Roman Reigns at Night of Champions, with Solo Sikoa Samoan spiking Jimmy Uso to effectively make it clear that Jimmy Uso's done in the Bloodline. And considering Jey Uso is wanting to stick by his brother's side in this tough situation, Solo Sikoa will have no problem dismantling Jey Uso as well, if Roman Reigns wants him to, which shows that Solo's loyalty lies with the tribal chief Roman Reigns and not the Usos. The Bloodline has been crumbling recently in WWE, with there being a major divide now between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, along with Paul Heyman and the Usos, who are sticking with one another during this fight against Reigns and Sikoa. As we have reported in previous videos, there is breaking new backstage speculation that the Usos and Solo Sikoa's father Rikishi will be getting involved in this bloodline drama in the near future on Friday Night SmackDown, and there is a truly shocking backstage report that has leaked Triple H and WWE are considering moving ahead with the storyline idea of having Rikishi return to align with his sons the Usos against Roman Reigns and his other son Solo Sikoa, and since Roman Reigns is not at television each week on SmackDown, that leaves Solo Sikoa on his own, possibly just with Paul Heyman, and the breaking news speculation has revealed that WWE are considering to have the Usos and their father Rikishi destroy Solo Sikoa on SmackDown in the coming weeks, to send a message to the tribal chief Roman Reigns that he needs to get things back in order in the Bloodline faction, and that Rikishi will not accept the fact that his own son Solo Sikoa turned on his own brothers the Usos, something that Roman Reigns has caused to happen over the last couple of weeks on SmackDown. Now, of course, it would be a hard thing for Rikishi to do by destroying Solo Sikoa with the Usos, because Solo is one of Rikishi's sons as well. But for the greater good of the Bloodline faction, Rikishi feels Solo Sikoa needs to learn a very valuable lesson, that you never turn your back on your own blood, and that Solo Sikoa needs to fall back in line. If these reports are true and WWE plan for Rikishi to make his return to WWE to make an example out of Solo Sikoa with the Usos, this will only infuriate Roman Reigns even more, because Reigns will feel like things are only getting more out of control, and considering he is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns won't likely take kindly to Rikishi's interference. And like it has been reported before, WWE plan a major heated match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa against the Usos later this year, likely at SummerSlam. So clearly Rikishi and the Usos attacking Solo Sikoa on SmackDown won't immediately convince Solo that he made a mistake staying by Roman's side and turning on his brothers. But Rikishi coming back and showing his disapproval of Solo Sikoa's behavior will definitely begin the process of Solo Sikoa realizing what he's done, but not immediately. Regardless, WWE clearly planned for the Bloodline drama to get even more personal and heated in the near future, and let us know if you guys think WWE would be making the right call by having Rikishi return to align with the Usos and make an example out of Solo Sikoa, and at the same time sending a message to the supposed tribal chief Roman Reigns that he's gotten way out of line and needs to fix things before it's too late. Bray Wyatt returns to WWE. Now we have some truly huge news regarding Bray Wyatt, and if the breaking new backstage reports are true, the former Universal Champion may be coming back to WWE very soon, with a return very imminent. Bray Wyatt has unfortunately been gone from WWE for several months now, long before we even got into the true build-up to WrestleMania 39, and originally Bray Wyatt was supposed to have faced off against Bobby Lashley at the showcase of the Immortals, but because of Wyatt's absence that match was cancelled, and there have been absolutely no real signs of Wyatt coming back to WWE, with it even getting to the point where some wrestling fans were legitimately worried that Bray Wyatt could have been at risk of getting released from the company. However, according to one of our sources, Bray Wyatt could be making his way back to WWE in the very near future, with it being stated that WWE are now beginning to factor Wyatt into the creative plans for this summer, meaning that there are plans being made for Wyatt to come back, which is by all means relieving news, as there is no doubt that lots were getting worried that WWE had simply forgotten about Bray Wyatt completely. Clearly, WWE don't plan for Bray Wyatt to leave the company, and are instead now planning to find a suitable storyline and direction for Bray Wyatt when he returns, and in all likelihood, Bray should be back in WWE before SummerSlam 2023, which is great news.